You are welcome to this class. This is Pattek Maths and Statistics class. And what we have before us today is how to form quadratic equation with given roots. In the last class, I explained what that means. So this class is just we take a step ahead. But note this before we continue. Note that x squared minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equals 0 is the quadratic equation whose roots are alpha and beta, where this is what I want you to know. Alpha plus beta is equal to the sum of the roots. We add the roots together. While alpha beta is equal to the product of the roots, we multiply the roots together. So every time you look at this expression, every time you look at a quadratic equation, the coefficient of the middle term is the sum of the roots in negative, and the constant term, what we call the third term, is the product of the roots. Let's consider a problem and solve. The problem is find the quadratic equation whose roots are 4 and minus 7. And this is how we resolve it. Roots given are 4 and minus 7. And this is what we have to do. Our consign is first the sum, which is alpha plus beta. This is our alpha, this is our beta. Now, there is no problem with whichever one you pick as alpha and whichever one you pick as beta. If you like, you use this as alpha, you like, you use it as beta. What is most important is that you are going to sum both, and at another time, you are going to take their product. So when we are summing this, it will give us 4 minus 7. And it doesn't matter whether you say minus 7 plus 4, because this is supposed to be 4 plus minus 7. Obviously, we change to 4 minus 7, since positive times negative is equal to negative. We are adding together, but it's negative term we're adding. So when we do that, we have minus 3. Then we go to the product, which is alpha beta, and that will give us 4 times minus 7, and then that is minus 28, which is minus 28. So what we have now, the sum is minus 3 and the product is minus 28. Now we are going to put it in this form, and the general form for the general form for the quadratic equation whose roots are alpha and beta is given as x squared minus alpha plus beta, put in bracket, by x plus the product is what is equal to 0. So it will mean x squared minus our alpha beta in this case is minus 3. So bring in minus 3x plus alpha multiply beta, which is the product, which is minus 28, equal to 0. So we open this bracket and have x squared minus times minus become plus 3x plus times minus becomes minus 28 is equal to 0. And from what you have here, this is the quadratic equation that gave birth to this root 4 and minus 7. And then, irrespective of the roots, the approach is still the same. This is the approach to any kind of question emanating from roots of quadratic equation that is required to form a quadratic equation. And that will be all for this class. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Till next class. Bye for now.